What really happens when we die? Do we simply fade into nothingness? Or is there a hidden reality waiting for us on the other side? Across centuries, across religions and across cultures, humans have asked the same haunting question. Is there life after death? Today, we'll explore near-death experiences, stories from people who clinically died and returned, and the fascinating theories of consciousness that may explain what lies beyond. Near-death experiences, often called NDEs, are moments reported by people who were declared clinically dead or on the brink of death. The stories are eerily similar, regardless of age, culture, or background. Many describe floating above their body, watching doctors operate on them. Others claim they traveled through a tunnel of light, encountered a warm presence, or even met long-dead family members who welcomed them. Some felt overwhelming peace, as if all fear and pain had vanished. One famous case describes a patient who was declared dead for several minutes. When revived, they perfectly recalled conversations and surgical procedures that took place while they were unconscious, things they could not have possibly known. The mystery of life after death isn't new. Ancient Egyptians believed in the journey of the soul through the afterlife, guided by the Book of the Dead. Hindus and Buddhists speak of reincarnation, where the soul is reborn in a new form. In Christianity, visions of heaven and hell are central to the faith, while Islam describes the soul passing through stages of existence after death. Tibetan monks describe the bardo, a transitional state between death and rebirth. What's fascinating is that even though these cultures are thousands of miles apart, their stories often share common themes: light, a journey, a sense of continuation beyond physical life. But could there be a scientific explanation? Doctors and researchers have long studied NDEs, and several theories exist. Some say oxygen deprivation in the brain, also called hypoxia, creates hallucinations of light and floating sensations. Naturally produced in small amounts in the human body, might flood the brain during death, creating powerful visions. Psychologists argue that the brain, in its final moments, creates comforting illusions to protect the person from the trauma of dying. Yet skeptics still face a problem. Some NDEs involve people accurately describing details outside their body, things they couldn't have seen, heard, or imagined under anesthesia. How do we explain that? This is where things get even more mysterious. Some scientists and philosophers suggest consciousness may not be entirely tied to the brain. The quantum consciousness theory proposes that the mind could exist in a non-physical state, almost like energy, and might continue after the body dies. Others describe the universe itself as holographic, meaning everything, including our consciousness, is part of a vast interconnected field. Then there are verified reports of people who had out-of-body experiences, floating above and later describing things they could not have physically seen. For many, these accounts suggest that consciousness may indeed survive after death. The big question: so what does this all mean? Are near-death experiences just the brain's final defense mechanism? Or are they glimpses into another dimension of existence? The truth is, we still don't know. Science can explain parts of the puzzle, but not all of it. Religion offers answers, but they differ from one faith to another. And those who've had near-death experiences will swear, without doubt, that what they saw was real. Maybe death isn't the end. Maybe it's a doorway. Whether you believe in science, in faith, or in the mysteries we cannot yet explain, one thing is certain. The question of life after death remains humanity's greatest mystery. And perhaps it's meant to stay that way. So, what do you think? Are near-death experiences visions of another world, or just tricks of the brain? Share your thoughts in the comments below.